Holy crap. Hey, go check YouTube out. See if Dr. Chuck Plus is live on YouTube, because I just told Restream to go do YouTube as well. What do you think is a better first language? What do you think is a better first language? Elsham, Ike Shunayam? What do you think is a better first language? So that's JavaScript. I don't think JavaScript is the best first language, but I think that JavaScript is quickly becoming the last language, meaning it. And so I'm actually working right now on this assignment for a class that doesn't just yet exist that I call JavaScript, which so far I'm thinking is going to be JavaScript from beginning. I'm even going to do server-side. The last couple of weeks over Christmas, I've been playing. I'm live on YouTube as well. I wonder if the chat. So can you chat me on YouTube? Chat me on YouTube and see if it works. So the problem I've always had with JavaScript is that as a server language, Node.js makes me want to vomit. Express.js makes me want to vomit. React makes me want to vomit. Angular makes me want to vomit. Vue makes me want to vomit. Backbone wants to make me vomit. You're probably too young to even know what Backbone was, but it all makes me vomit, right? But JavaScript is getting better. There's this thing called Deno, D-E-N-O, and it really looks like, oh, hey, War Wheels, look, I can stick you on screen, then I lose, I'll put you on screen. Go War Wheels from the Red app, okay. See, Red app. I'm not allowed to do this if I was an affiliate on Twitch. So that's cool that it federates. Well, what the hell? Here we go. Okay, Brent, you got LinkedIn too? The Argonaut, welcome to the channel. I'm not a Twitch streamer yet, so I can feature YouTube people. So Brent, I'm gonna keep going, okay? So go to LinkedIn account. Okay, dude, we are live on LinkedIn, and what the hell, let's just go live on Twitter while we're at it, okay? Let's just see what happens. The Argonaut, no, I'm paying for it, Brent. Yeah, I'm paying for it. So, Argonaut, yeah, it's, I haven't done much streaming. I stream once in a while. I announce with all my online MOOC students. I'm going to do that some more. The problem I've had is having trouble figuring out what here's this. So there's I'm trying to figure out what the right shape of a live stream is. What is the best place to live stream? And so I'm kind of concluding that the Twitch is a great place for this. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, see you later, Shunya, trying to make this so that Twitch is my for live stream. Because it seems as though YouTube doesn't care much about streams, and LinkedIn doesn't care much about streams. And so, I'm stuck in my C course in chapter 6, really? What's it doing in chapter 6? Let's go find out. So chapter 6, of course, let's go take a look at chapter 6. Yeah, you should also talk in the chat there, Will, just because you're in my ear. So let's take a look at chapter 6. Not chapter, that's lesson 6, chapter 6. Structures. Yeah. So Argonaut, what part of it don't you like? What part are you having trouble with? So let's bring the book up. Start with the book. Here's the book. I can't. So I'm on, holy crap, I got 24 viewers right now, Brent. I got 24 viewers on some, I can't see. Oh, I'm on, I got 20 on Twitter. I got 2 on YouTube, and I got 3 on Twitch. But okay, you mean the purple app? 2 on the red app, 3 on but the black app is 22. So there you go. Lesson 3, okay. Okay, so lesson 3, I don't understand what you mean by lesson 3 now. Because I thought I was on chapter 6. I'm about to delete and note it, I'm having trouble. So are we looking like, are we working on 6A here, linked lists, this one here? List find, no, that's not the one. Go here. So are you looking at, linked list delete. So you're getting ready to do 6B? Is that the one you're getting ready to do? This one? Okay, so here's the weird thing. So you can hang out with me on Twitch or other streaming platforms, and see, I got a thing that's inside. Okay, so I got a thing that's inside that I get to have that you don't get to see. I get at the instructor solution. So here's a cool thing I can do, right? I can go into anything in CC Free, and I can show you the instructor solution to it. Okay, so if this is the one you're working on, okay, so this is my stuff, you gotta remove it. You gotta add it, you gotta remove it. And the code that's going to execute it, this is a lot bigger, so it's going to do a bunch of adds. It's going to do a bunch of, so I'm going to add it, add, dump it, remove, dump it. There's the dump. So it's going to stick in 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. Oh yeah. Well, Man Wolf is, hey, welcome, UM. Thanks for coming by and say hi. She's inspired me, right? I don't want to steal her thunder because I like what she's doing. But the idea that she just was chilling and going through work, just like I'm going through work on CC Free. And so I thought she did a great job. And I don't want to just be the Python teacher. She can teach my Python class on Twitch all that she needs. Oh, delete the first node. Yeah. Okay. So here's the problem, right? Anytime, how am I going to do this? How am I going to draw? What can I use to draw? Let me figure out how I can draw. Maybe PowerPoint will let me draw. Is there a way to draw on the screen here? That'd be cool if they gave me a way to draw on the screen. Hang on, let me see if I can get a scribbler. Well, actually, I think I got some power. Let me go to do some PowerPoint. So I got all this stuff in GitHub, and so I'm just going from the Django. I was working in the Django for everybody before. So let's go to CC Free. Let's go to lectures and into. Is it what? Where are we at here? We're in chapter 6, structures, 6B. So it's going to be Is this going to work here? Okay. See, so let's see if I have something to talk about. So let's delete here in this code. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, no, here we go. Delete the item from the linked list. There you go. I got a good lecture on this. Surprise, surprise. It's me. Okay, so here's the problem. And I think if we look at this, let's look at the assignment here. So we're going to do 10, 20, 30, then we're going to delete 10. And then we're going to, because I'm evil, right? So, I mean, I'm evil because I wanted to make it so I delete the first thing and then I delete the last thing, then I add a thing, and then, okay. So that's, you go back to the lecture, I had to watch the lecture because when I'm doing this live, I never do as good a job in the lecture as in the lecture. So you got to find that spot in the lecture. So you got to have an if statement in there. If you're in the middle of the list, that's the easy one. The start of the list and the end of the list are the hard ones. And maybe I could make this little assignment easier if I first deleted the middle one, and then delete the first one, and then delete the last one. And so you have to separately draw a picture for each of the cases. So that's what these next steps are, right? Drawing a picture for the easy case, right? So you find the one in the middle, and that's this one right here in the middle. And then you've got the previous. You got to walk down, bracket them. So you know what the previous one was, you know what the current one was, and if this current one is the one you want to get rid of, then you have to basically take the head. The head doesn't change. Take the next from this previous one, and then yes. So, what's up, Brent? I'm on stream. What does cutting out mean? I don't know how to fix that. I don't know. I'm just using my Macintosh microphone on the computer. Okay. Back to it. We're working. Are you watching? We're coding. Okay. Bye. My son is helping me in my ear because he's a much smarter streamer than me. So let's see. Yeah. So in the middle, we got the previous one. And now this is the one we're going to delete, right? There's the X's. So what you got to do is you got to take this next and move it down to the one after. So if you look at the code, I'll cheat and look at the instructor solution. So we are going to go walk the list, which I'm sure you've done already, is walk the list. We're going to keep track of the current and the previous. And this is our if test. And this is walking. Cur starts at the head. As long as it's not null, we go waka, 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 waka. It starts at head. And if the value in the current one we're looking at, in the middle case, right, it's this value right here is in the case. Let's go to the top one. Here's the first node. And so previous is going to be null. Current is going to be pointing at this entry. And C must be the one we're looking at to delete, right? So if the value, so this list right here, that is just like, oh, I found it. So the rest of this logic here is the logic to deal with what we've dealt with. So if prev is null, that means we're at the beginning of the list. That's what it means. We're at the beginning of the list. Prev is null because prev would follow current down the list, but one behind. Because it does that. Prev equals cur at the end of the list, not at the beginning of the list. So if prev is null, that means we are coming through for the very first time. If you've seen some of my other classes, I'll say first equals false, first equals true, or first equals true, then set it to false so that I know when I'm on the first one. Well, if prev equals null, we're on the first. So this is pretty simple. You just have to take this head and take this head value that's currently pointing to the cur, and then we just point it to cur next, right? So cur next is the one that's going to be after it. So head goes to cur next. Head goes from cur, oops, slides Chuck, to cur next. So that's the code you see. List head equals cur next. So the head points to the one after the current, the one we're looking at. Okay. So that's how you solve that problem of deleting the first one. And you said that you were deleting the first one. Yeah. So deleting the first one, that's where you said, I think, that you blew up. You tried to do this. You probably blew up right here where you tried to delete the first one, and then this dump causes an infinite loop, right? And so the rest of them, it turns out that the other two cases means that prev is pointing to something, which is deleting a node in the middle, or at the end. We'll see. You'll see it kind of works out the same. If you're deleting a node in the middle, you're deleting this node, right? So you got to take this next, see this next, and you got to route it around the one you're about to delete, okay? But where do you route it to? Well, if you copy cur next into next. So cur next is this old value, and now that points to there. So you'll see when we look at the code there, prev next is equal to cur next. And that says take what's prev, bypass, go down one, go past me. Cur is what I'm getting rid of. And if cur next is equal to null, so this is the middle one. We got prev and got cur. Cur is what we're getting rid of. Prev next is cur next. So you copy cur next up prev next. And then that has routed this around it. So this is completely gone at that point. And if cur next equals null, that is the part about the end, deleting the last node. So in the last node, cur is the last node. We're deleting. This is the one we want to get rid of now. So we matched. So we have cur next is null. So we say if cur next is null, then we just are throwing this one away. So we want to change it. So prev next is null. And this is gone. And then of course we have to free these. That's what the X's are saying. So you see the code to do free. Now you'll notice that this code is not, this picture is strings, and so you can see that I've dynamically saved all the strings using malloc. I've malloc the strings, and I got to free those in this thing, but I don't have to, because instead of it being a text pointer, the integer, this is just a list of integers, and so you don't have to worry too much about that. So the struct, yeah. So instead of this being a linked list of strings, which would be pointers to characters, it's a linked list of integers. I did that to save you a lot of code, so that this thing that you're building in this assignment is a lot less code. It deletes two values instead of one. Yours? Well, I thought you said that it deleted. I thought you said that it deleted. I thought you said you deleted head and you got an infinite loop. I thought that's what you said. I used a while loop I saw on YouTube, but I used a for loop for your lecture. Yeah. Well, you can do while loops. In this case, if we go to this one, you can do this. I like the for loop because in a while loop, you're putting it on two lines, and that priming, that first start, cur equals list head, that's really important. And the other problem is, then I got to do cur equals cur next at the bottom of the loop. So I just love for loops in this situation. I just love for loops. So, but I'll tell you, I mean, I do it much better when I'm in the lecture. You know, I have a much better version of what I just told you in the lecture, and you can watch it over and over and over again. So you're close. So So we'll just go like this, and we'll take a look at the instructor solution, and just understand, if you compare this thing, you can screenshot it. You can compare this thing to your thing. You'll probably find, like all linked list problems, you're so close, you're missing one thing, or you have a thing out of order, or whatever, right? Everything has to be in order. That's the thing about it. Broken linked list code, the difference between broken linked list code and working linked list code, it's just so insignificant. It's so insignificant. So, hey, everybody listening on where is everybody coming from? So we got, where is it? Oh, wrong screen. Yeah, so if you're watching me on Twitter, I'm doing this right now. I'm not on Twitch as an affiliate, but I'm going to start doing this on Twitch. And Twitch doesn't allow any chats except Twitch it. So if you're interested, you can follow me as CC4E on Twitch, right? Feel free to stick around. And I'm going to start doing more stuff. As a matter of fact, for those of you who've taken my Python for Everybody class, and so all these classes online at Dr. Chuck. I got Python for Everybody, Internet History, Django for Everybody, Web Applications, Postgres, C Programming. So we just had a chat. Talk about this. So I think I don't know. I don't think I can cover it much more better than I just covered it. I just say go back to the lecture. Watch it. Just watch it slowly, and trust that if you're down to the third assignment, which is linked list delete, you know a lot. And so don't assume that you're crazy. That's the other problem of programming. Okay, there you go. Oh, that only can't tweet it. Am I quitting YouTube in favor of Twitch? No. So what I'm doing, Argonaut, is I'm going to use YouTube, because right now, if you look at the number of viewers I got 4 on Twitch, 3 on YouTube, and 88 on Twitter. So I'm not quitting any of them. What I'm using is a thing called Restream. Restream is really cool in that I can do simultaneously Twitch, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and Twitter. And so what's cool about that is the problem is that, you know, YouTube is great. There's a lot of people there. Twitter's great. There's a lot of people there. But the problem is that I can't monetize any of those things. And so if you want to like give me a tip or something, Twitch is a better way to do that than YouTube. YouTube, you can eventually make money, but for me to make money, I'd have to dance and do like Night Fever and stuff like that. But this thing called Restream allows me to stream on Twitch, but then also stream it on all these other platforms where I have lots of followers. So I got a lot of followers on LinkedIn, although no one's watching me on LinkedIn. I don't know why. You suggest a better microphone. Okay, I will work on that. I will work on a better microphone. Maybe, did that make it better? Because I was actually playing some music, and it's so let's do this. Let's try something while we got everybody here. Let's try, do we have my AirPod? Okay. So now is my microphone better? Is my microphone better now? Because I'm using my AirPods. I appreciate the comment about the better microphone. Hi. So, hey, War Whales, is my microphone better? My mic is worse. That's how it always is. Back to the microphone. There we go. Back to the MacBook microphone. Let me check my settings here. Yeah, I can. Hang on a second here. Let me try something. Let me see that guy. Let me turn that guy on. Okay, I'm going to switch to another microphone, and then you can tell me if that microphone is better. Blackmagic Design. Blackmagic. Okay. So I'm using a microphone up top through. So you think this one is good? So, hello, we are now using the shotgun microphone that I've got sitting up here. Soon I will have more cameras so I can show you all my office and whatever. I'm going to have like a multi-camera setup, but I don't have the multi-camera setup here. David Bruno. So, okay, so where's War Wheels? When I need you, War Wheels, lower the music slightly. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, wait, I can do that. Lower the music slightly, and I will just lower the music slightly. That was easy. Next thing, War Wheels. Come back, chat people. Where did the chat go? There's the chat. Okay. More Wheels. Good. So what I'm using, More Wheels, is a shotgun microphone that's like, let me see if I can show it to you. Oops. Let me show you my microphone. Oh, wait a sec. I can use my phone camera? Are you kidding me? I can use my phone camera? So let's try that. Use the phone camera. Is that working? Is it working? Look at that. Oh, wow. I can show you my studio with my iPhone. Hey, let's change the, no, come back. Let's do this. See there. Look at that. You can see my studio. There's my costumes. So this is my studio. There's my basement out there. And so here, this is my camera. You can see my lighting set up, and so you can see my microphone. That's the microphone that I'm currently using. So there you go. So this is my setup. There's my screen that I'm working on. There's my A10 Mini Pro. This is my switcher. When I get my multiple camera set up, I'll be using this switcher. And so that's what's going on here. There's a Coursera hat, but the darn hat had bad contrast. So let me just now switch back to my nice camera. And there's my camera. See, I've been using my phone as a handheld camera, which is freaking awesome. That is super cool. I am happy about that. Yeah. I wonder if I can, now let's try this. Let's try something else while we're here. Let's try Sakai phone camera. Okay, so there's the camera. Now I'm going to try the Sakai phone as microphone. Sakai phone. Now you can hear me again because it's on Blackmagic Design. Now I can hear me. Okay. So, yeah, the microphone on my telephone is not working, David. You're quite correct. So, what I'm going to do right now is I am thirsty. So, I'm going to switch to my Sakai phone camera, and then we're going to go get a drink of water. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to get a drink of water in this glass right here. It's my Dodge Python glass. So let's take a walk. Let's go walk out. You aren't going to be able to hear me. Don't worry about that. So there we go. My phone microphone wasn't working.
There you go. Phone microphone wasn't working. So now I think I'm right on the right microphone. Yeah, so when you hit the screen, yeah. There we go. So yeah, no, Mom wasn't downstairs when I went out to get a drink of water, and she wasn't downstairs. See, I can show your comment there, War Wheels. Yeah. Yeah, War Wheels is, yeah. There we go. War Wheels kind of helps me out. Hey, Merry Christmas, Yufan, and welcome from LinkedIn. Welcome from LinkedIn. Welcome from the blue platform. What do I call LinkedIn, Brent? The blue platform. I guess I should probably do I should do TikTok also, because this is so fun. I got 108. Twitter's 102. The black app is 102, Brent. What do you think of that? I don't even think I can. Oh, Twitter's the blue app, but what's Blue Sky then, Brent? Should call it the black app. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get yelled at by Twitter because I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun talking to everybody from all the platforms because I got 108. Butterfly, okay. It's the Butterfly app. I don't even know if that does live or not. So, okay. Well, here we are back. Let's see. What does anybody else want to talk about? So, the thing I was doing before, you guys can ask any question you want, and I'll kind of go wherever we're going. But, so that's CC free. Let's go back here. So that was CC free. We'll go get rid of that. We'll get rid of this. So what I'm working on, and it was an earlier conversation working on a thing. I'm working on a new JavaScript class. If you go to www.js4e.com, I'm working on trying to have this ready by fall. Right now, if you go to jsfree.com, it goes to Dr. Chuck Online. And so future topics into Dr. Chuck University are computer architecture, JavaScript, and Java. And the one I want to have at least an early draft of is JavaScript. And so the one thing, and you know, if you want to keep following me, I become, and over Christmas holidays, I get all my all of my work done. I get the grades in for my last semester. And then I got like 2 weeks free where I can think about anything that I want to think about. So one of the things that I've been thinking about is whether or not, and someone earlier said that they think JavaScript is the right first language, which I disagree with, but it might be by far the most important second language. And so I'm thinking about building a class called JavaScript for Everybody, where I use, instead of using a PHP, because I got a PHP class, I got a Django class, which is Python, and I'm thinking maybe for the JavaScript class, I just use Deno, D-E-N-O. D-E-N-O is a refactor of the word node, N-O-D-E. You see N-O-D-E, except it's like flipped. And Deno is, and of course they make a dinosaur, so they're pretty smart about that from a brand perspective. So I'm thinking of building an entire course based on Deno in the server and a thing called lit element in the browser. So lit element is you can think of lit element as like a very, very different way to do what React or Angular does, except that it's all JavaScript and doesn't really need any server whatsoever. And it's beautiful and it's responsive. And we use it throughout the Sakai project as our web components framework. And when I do Sakai, I just got to run. Thank you, Google. There you go. So we use it throughout the Sakai project. So we use web components in the user interface for Sakai. And we use lit element and ES build and stuff like that. So I'm getting a lot of experience in server-side rendering, or client-side rendering. And I just think that client-side rendering is the way of the future. I just don't like React or Vue, because I think that React or Vue are bad hacks. Like jQuery was a wonderful hack, but it was a hack. And so less and less, we use jQuery less and less now. And I think that's good because JavaScript has gotten better because of jQuery. And I think that JavaScript has gotten better because of Node and React. And lit is sort of like the more pure JavaScript, it's more purely JavaScript than Node or React or Angular. And so I'm not going to bother teaching React. There's a million React classes, and there's 100,000 React jobs, and that's fine. There's a lot of PHP jobs too. That doesn't, just because there's a lot of jobs doesn't mean it's right. So I like to teach things that I believe are like truly permanent, that are going to live a long time. And so I think lit element is kind of like web components in the browser have finally gotten to a level where I like them. They don't look like a hack. They don't look like some idiot that's just built something that's a quick and dirty thing that they made in 24 hours and then we've been using for 15 years, which is what I think React is. I just think React is wretched. And so I've been taking this time over Christmas to think about what I want to really do next. And that's Dino and lit element. So with that, that's the code that I'm writing. Until you change the direction of what I'm talking about, I am actually writing some code that I'm going to put in Django for everybody. And if you've been in Django for everybody, there's this bit of code at the very beginning called server.py. And this is basically 37 lines, the smallest Python-based server that listens to a socket, takes in on the request response cycle, and sends something back. And so if I go here and I type Python server.py, what do I got going on here? Do I have a thing on port 9000? Yikes! I've got something. Oh, it's running here. So I got to blow it up here. Okay, because I was working on it. So I think now if I say Python, it takes a second. Okay, let me hit that port 9000. Kaboom! Hit 9000. Python server.py. Come on! How come it's in use? Address hours and hours. Come on. That's because go back. Where am I? Server.py. Oh, okay. I had to hit the port. So the Linux or the Unix operating system holds onto that socket, even though the process went away. So now it's okay. So I hit localhost 9000 on my browser, and it says hello world. And that's what this code is, server.py. So this is already in Django for everybody. So if you want to learn about server.py, tjfree.com. Boom. Go to lesson number 2, Introduction to Dynamic Web Content. I walk through this simple HTTP server in Python, 16-minute lecture. And there's some auto graders and quizzes and stuff to talk about the request response cycle. And so this server is very simple. The problem is when students use this server, they don't begin to understand the nature of how Django does it. So what I'm doing is I'm building a new piece of code that I'm calling it Mini Django. It's called Mini Django. And Mini Django is a pure Python thing that builds a little HTTP server. And the HTTP server code in Mini Django, this is kind of stolen from that little server.py, but I want to do a kind of an inversion of control. What's that? Okay, that's intended the right way. So this is the code I took from that little server. So I take a request and I read it in from socket 9000, and then I print it out and then I parse it. And then I create a dictionary called request. And then I create a dictionary with 2 dictionaries, the headers and the body for the response. Then I call this handler code. Handler is a parameter to HTTP server. So if you look here, at the end of this, I create a bunch of functions, and then I say, hey, HTTP server, I want you to start waiting for requests, and I want you to send every request you make to my URL router. There's my URL router. And it takes as parameter request and response. And so it checks the path, If the path is slash, it calls view root. So this is like the Python version of views.py, view root. I'm still working on this. That's called view fun. I'm going to call that view DJ free. Hey, let's make another view for yucks, for just grins. I'm going to make a view called. So one of the things I do in all my classes is I'm like always Easter egging. So this is code that's going to be used in my DJ free class next semester, but it's alluding to the future, JS free. So I'm going to say JavaScript is getting much better. Again, that's just my, so let's just make this path be DJ free. And let's make this, put another thing in my router. So for those of you who know Django, I've taken my Django class. This is like the urls.py. I should put a, this is kind of, oh, what did I do wrong? You get out of there. Oh, that was too fast. I was typing too fast. This is similar to Django's urls.py. This is similar to Django's views.py. Now, I'm intending on doing this early in the class, so they haven't done Django yet, right? They haven't done Django yet, and so I'm alluding, I'm forward alluding, and I could do a class here. I could make the request and response objects. I maybe by tomorrow I will have done that, but for now I'm liking. Okay, so let's just make this work, because I'm already thinking I want to change the code. Okay, so let's go check to see what I'm getting at. Line 9000. Actually, no, it's /DJ free. I got to change that message. JS free. JavaScript is getting much better. Or dump. Yeah, okay. Okay. So let's change this. I tried to figure out how I can make it restart. Quit that. I think if I hit refresh here and it has no connection, then it, just takes a while. Come on, I gave your socket back. Hey Nate, how you doing? Great to see you. Okay, I'm back. Typing too fast always. Sorry. So now if I say, this is the page of the root path, try another path, DJ free. Now let's make it a little bigger. I'll make it a little bigger. So let's make it /DJ free. JS for E. I'm going to change that string. Django is fun. JavaScript is getting much better. Okay, so that's good. Okay. So, get status. Get add star.py. I'm going to check this in. By the way, if you want to follow along, where's my socket? Your socket is in framework.py. That's where your socket is. BI framework. Tell you what, if you've written C, it's called mini Django now. There's your socket. It's so cool, right? Where's the socket? There's your socket. Just like C, except a million times easier. Can you ask a LaTeX formatting question? Yes, but the answer to LaTeX is always the same, Nate. LaTeX makes impossible things trivial and trivial things impossible. And so I avoid LaTeX as much as I can. Okay, so there's my socket. Okay, so mini Django. Let's go back. Okay, so git status. I want to commit this because I want to change it. Rename things. Git push. Boom. Out she goes. If you want to see what the Git repo here is, git remote -v. This is the GitHub repo that I'm working in right now. This is my Django for Everybody Git repo, and I will stick that in the chat. There's the Django for Everybody repo. And this is in the folder code HTTP. Yeah, it's a trivial thing. Like, how do you break a line in a pre-formatted text area, which means you got to have a PhD in LaTeXology. Okay, so what I want to do here is so if I look at views.py, I am going to break this into two files, and I'm going to call one views.py and one urls.py. Why? Because I want to. So I'm going to just copy views.py to urls.py. Oops. And then I'm going to go into views.py. And I'm going to delete the URL router code. Yeah. Got to do something with these two lines of code. I don't know where they belong. I might even call that app.py. I really might. We'll see. We'll see. For now, I'm going to keep it in views. Actually, I want to put that in urls.py. Because you'll see what I'm doing here. For those of you who know Django, you'll see. Your name title is blocking the bottom of the command line prompt. Boom. We fixed that. Thank you, RJ71. Because we can, yeah, there we go. I see what you're doing. I wish I could change, somehow I'll figure out how to change the name of that thing, but okay, so let's see. We're in urls.py, so we don't need any of this. We're going to import views. And if you're a Django person, you can see what I'm going after here. Ah! So this is, go get rid of that. So I'm going to name these views much more like a Django application. We're going to have a function called root. We're going to only do gets. We're not going to have get methods. Yeah, this is really kind of like a standard Django.py. Oh no, we don't want to import views. You don't have to. That really looks very topologically equivalent to a Django views.py. Let me just show you views.py. Where am I going to find that? cd Django. So now we're going into some real Django code. Let's see. My site. And look at the. I think let's change. Go to hello. See, you just make a session. Oh, I was going to check the HTTP response object. Yeah, let's check to see. Oh no. If I feel like making these all classes, I will, and I'm going to imitate the HTTP response object. We'll see. We'll see. I probably will do it. I can't help myself. I'll make these classes. Right now, I got them. I got them as dictionaries. The request and the response is dictionaries. You know. Honestly, this pattern here, the request and response being passed in on the handler, that's very Java-esque. I think it's pretty. Java does a really nice job of that, whereas Django passes the request in as a parameter, and it returns the response as a function return. And I may switch to that, but then I got to be able to make this new object, this HTTP response object, and then I got to send things to that object. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I could refactor this code. I mean, it is called mini Django after all. But okay, so we got these views. View root. Wait. Get out of here. I'm in URLs. Oh, crapperoo. That's not really URLs. Okay, I'm editing the wrong thing. Let's blow this up while we're at it. Okay. Yeah, I did the wrong thing. Git stash views.py. Git status. What did I change? Did I only get diff views.py? Okay. Oh, great. Okay, I'm gonna have to get that back. So let's look what I got. Let's move. I edited the wrong file. So I got to do a git checkout views.py to go back to the thing. So now I need to copy views.py to urls.py. And then I want to copy save.py to views.py. Views.py. Yeah, so there's all my views, right? That's what I want. And now I should be able to edit urls.py. And do I need mini Django at all here? Well, yes, I do, because this is what starts it. But I don't need JSON, and I don't need any of the views. I'm going to name this fella. Let's call it router. I'll call URL router. Now I want to say import views. So look at this. Check this out. So we're imitating this. Look at what we do from dot import views. Let's see if we can just use that code right there. From dot import views. And now I can change this. Views dot root, views dot dj free, views dot js free, views dot default. Could be quite yummy. And to start this whole thing up, I should be able to say Python urls.py. Boom. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? From dot, oh no, form dot. Typo. That's in urls.py. I'm all forever transposing Owen. Okay, let's try it again. From dot import. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to make an underscore init in here yet. I'm just going to say import views. So let's see what happens there. Oh, not views.py. urls.py is what I have to. Boom! That was a quick refactor. So far we have no real. We'll see if it works. Tried. Oh, look how pretty that is. Forgot with imported JSON, and that's infuse.py, I'm guessing. Not that one. Not that one. Let's move the tab over here. And let's edit views.py. I got it. Import JSON here. Now, let's try this. Nice. JS free. And then dump. Boom! That's yummy. That is yummy. So now the question. Now the question is, where do I want to put, let's go to urls.py, these two lines right here. Okay, I'm sorry. It's got to be. It's going to have to be. Because if you look at, oh, I know what to call it. Manage.py. Why not? Yep. Because if you look, there's this file called manage.py. Run server. So I am going to do this. And I am going to copy urls.py. I want to call it run server. I'm going to call it run server. So we're going to import URLs. We're in run server, right? Yummers.
Brent Severance.
Hello. Fine. What? Oh, Red Wings fired their coach. Okay. Crazy. Okay. I'm streaming right now, dude. So I'm announcing that on stream. I thought for sure I followed Mayan Wolf. I did a long time ago. I've already been in one of her streams. I mentioned her earlier. Yeah? Well, we're at 139 right now. Interactivity? What the heck does interactivity mean? You mean people have to buy channel points and make me hit myself on the head with a hammer or something? Okay. Hey, did you see the thing where I used the camera on the phone and walked around? I'm very cool. Okay, War Wheels. So War Wheels can call me and get in my ear. Okay. See you, War Wheels. Back to my stream. I'm making great progress. I'm making... Okay, bye. Okay, back from interruption from War Wheels. Okay, so now what I got is I'm going to go into urls.py. Where am I? That's run server. Let's go into urls.py. Now we're getting very, we're going to call this guy router instead of url_router. Look how well that goes. I'm going to delete these lines out of here. Boom. Look at how elegant that is. Oh, wait. Shoot, I'm not even showing you the right screen. There we go. I haven't been, did I click the button wrong? Probably is my mistake. I hope I didn't mess up the screen. Yeah. So, hey, everybody. If you want, you can follow Mayan Wolf. She's also on Twitch. I'm CC Free on Twitch. She is teaching my Python class live. And Mayan Wolf is part of the reason that I am doing this, because I was just so impressed with her style of teaching using my materials. So I'm not going to teach Python for everybody. I'm going to let her do that. And so what she's doing is she's got like a bunch of students and she's walking through them. I would think anybody, if someone wanted to teach my C class, just see how Mayan Wolf does it. And you can teach any of my classes. You could have like 20 people teaching my classes. It wouldn't bother me. That would be really cool. Okay. And so just look at how Mayan Wolf is doing it. So yeah. Oh, boom. Thank you, RJ71, Mayan Wolf. That's probably how I've been saying it. Let me see if I can find her in Twitch here. Twitch TV. Let me just bring her up here. Yeah, I'll bring her on screen here. So that's Mayan Wolf on Twitch. No, not that. Come back. Come back. Mayan Wolf. There she is, Mayan Wolf. We can take a look at her videos. Come on, show me Mayan Wolf's videos. So look what she's doing here. She is sitting and she's just she goes through the quizzes and all this stuff. I don't know what this 100 devs thing is, but she's teaching the whole class. And if you follow her, and I would love to see other people start Twitchy-like things. I follow her, she follows me. Other people start Twitchy-like things on any of the classes, literally. Because I'm going to make mine be more about answering questions like I did earlier, where a person was like, I'm having trouble with this CC free problem. Okay, I'll help you with that problem. But I'm not going to reteach my classes on Twitch. Somebody else can do that. Okay, so I'm getting really excited about this code. So let's see. We got run server, which is importing URLs and running the server. This really is more like mini Flask, to be honest, but okay. I don't do Flask yet. And so this is more, so this is mini Django, calling the HTTP server, and then, oh, no, it's not that. It's wrong. It's urls.router. So now that should be urls.router, which is calling this function right here. And I have a feeling like I can do Python run server.py. Drum roll, please. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Nice. It's URL routing. I need to put some print statements in. Okay, never mind. I got to test it to make sure it works, but I'm sure it works. JS4E. Sure it works. DJ4E. 404 not found. Ha! Oh, I got to change that too. Got to change that. Where are we at here? Again. Oops. What happened there? That is the most delightful. Let's put this down here too. Now I got to start it again. I wish I could make this thing restart on its own, but we'll see. I don't need to worry about that too much. Okay, I'm having too much fun now. Let's put a new line in here. See if my new line handling is working right. Oh, gotta stop and start it. Boom. Okay. Starting and stopping nicely. So you see, again, that has to do with like, that's another, right? And so this is another thing. If you go to like Dr. Chuck, pythonanywhere.com. What? Dr. Chuck down? Crap, I gotta fix that. Let me go off stream for a second. I'm guessing that my my Dr. Chuck just expired. Let me fix that. Let me de-expire it. This site has expired. Sorry. Now I'm back. Boom. Let's reload it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Ooh. Ooh, 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 I see what I okay. So this is just another just a Easter egg, because I want my mini guy to look sort of like this. So let's inspect this and steal the color. Is that a H1? Summary. What color is it? 255, 255. Okay. So we're going to change this to say make that a div. Make it single quotes. This is one thing I like about Python. Actually, it's a background. Holy crap. My style equals BG color colon yellow. Let's see what happens if I do that. Okay, so now what? Page not found. Page not found. Page not found. It's not really going to be a 404. We don't care. It's more fun that way. Page not found. Sorry. Div. Oh, got activity feed on my. Hey, War Wheels, I got activity feed on my Twitch stream manager. I'm seeing that, so I can shout out when things like follows happen. Oh, not a div. What am I saying here? Request method.
Brent Severance.
Oh, my producer's calling me. Hello, producer. What up? Okay. Okay. I moved it. Yeah, I got it. I know what it's doing. I moved it up. We're good. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Thanks for the shout out. Bye. Okay, we're still request method get. Actually, I think that would be dot plus request. I put that in method. request URL. Request URL. Close the other div. Okay. Okay, let's see if that fixes it. So sorry. Now I'm just in a mood to, okay, that's good. Let's run it again. Oh, well, we'll see if it works. Page not found. Request method equals get. Request URL 404. View page source. Why is my color not working? BG color yellow. I bet I'm missing a semicolon. Is that it? Ah, crud. I have to go check. CSS BG color. Background color. Okay. That's what I did wrong. Background color. Restart my server. No. What'd I do wrong? View page source. Oh, did I not save it? Oh, yep, I saved it to the wrong place. Ah, my socket's been blown up, stolen. It's okay. We'll fix that. Let's see if there's anything I need to fix here. Yeah, I can get rid of this. Get rid of that line right there. Request path, request method. I'll make this be the computer architecture for everybody path because that's even more foreshadowing. Okay. So how does DJ for E work? JavaScript for everybody. And then computer architecture for everybody. Page not found. That's a pretty crappy yellow. Background color CSS RGB value. Give me an example. Oh, I can just use that, just RGB from that. Go find this guy. So I think I could copy that. Instead of yellow, do this. And I'm stealing the actual background color from Django. Semicolon. Let's see if that makes it work. Oh, gotta restart my server. Okay. It's kind of the same, Dr. Chuck. That's close enough for government work. Well, let me put some bolds in there. Let me just put some bolds in there. The font that they're using. Nah, it's a pre-tag. I'm not going to play with the font. Let's just put some bolds in And again, more irony. I'm not going to use a strong, because I think I just don't agree with the people who think that we're supposed to use strong. I just don't agree with them. So I'm just going to use bold tag because I like bold tag and I can't deny. Ooh, that's starting to look pretty good. Yeah, close enough for government work. No, I don't like it. I want it to be bold. Sorry. Just indulging myself here. Just gonna make this guy bold. And that guy bold. That's a mistake. What did I do wrong here? Oh. Get rid of that and get rid of that. Boom. Get rid of that. Restart my server. Too fast. Reload. Restart my server. Oh, give me my address back. Give me my address back. Be patient, Chuck. There we go. That's close enough for government work. It alludes to what this looks like, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want to put too much CSS in there. I don't want to change the font. Ooh, I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking about a whole bunch of assignments using this code as the starting point. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, get status. Yeah, get rid of that :W. Get rid of save.py. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out of this HTTP folder, and I'm going to make a new folder. What I've got here, HTTP. I'm going to make it a framework. Can't think of a better folder. Now I'm going to go into here. Oh, no, CD code. And I'm going to move HTTP. I'm going to move Django, run server. URLs. Use to the framework folder. Python run server.py. Oh, let me see. Python framework run server.py. Okay, so let's add a couple of debug statements in. I'm in the wrong folder, damn it. Get rid of all these things. Get rid of all the ones that are in the wrong place. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, it's still here. Oh. Better commit this before I screw it up. Good status. Hi, Batch. Welcome to the channel. And argue not. Can't wait for the computer architecture course. I agree. I really wanted the computer architecture class to be the next one. But what happened is that I'm teaching right now. The class I teach at the University of Michigan is based on Django for Everybody. And I've been teaching it for a few years. I mean, the Coursera course is based on it. My on-campus grad and undergrad classes are based on it. And I'm getting a little bored. I want to kick myself in the butt. And so I think the next course I'm going to teach this fall, did I swear? I hope I didn't swear. RJ71. So I just got a little bored, and so I wanted to motivate myself and do something new. And the thing I've been interested in so far is moving rendering from the back end into the browser. And I don't like React and I don't like Vue. I said this earlier. So I'm gonna play with this really cool thing I call that's called Lit Element. It's kind of a pure JavaScript thing. We'll use it inside the Sakai project. So we've been using Lit Element for a long time now. Oh, hi, Tata777. How's the weather in Houston? Yeah, I tell my son War Wheels, I tell him no swearing, because someday someone's going to want to hire him. By the way, if anybody needs a really good social media wizard, War Wheels is your guy. He just graduated with a degree in advertising and is looking for a job. So Lit Element is really cool because because responsive user interfaces and progressive web applications are the future, in my opinion. And so if I'm going to teach something about JavaScript, I'm going to teach the future, not the past. because jQuery and React and Angular and Backbone and Svelte, those are all overthought frameworks that solved problems when browsers were crappier, if that makes any sense. And Lit Element is a tool that is very much like the jQuery for front-end rendering. It's simple. It doesn't make you change your whole life. You can use any framework, any backend you want with it. And so Sakai is a Java-based application, and it uses Lit Element because it uses ES-Build. It does Node for dependency stuff, but they're working on getting rid of that as well. So it uses Node in the build phase, but not in the runtime phase. And so I was going to do computer architecture for everybody because that's a cool class, and I really want it. I bought a bunch of hardware stuff so I can build things for you and show you how they all work, because I think hardware is really important. Architecture and assembly, hardware and assembly language. But I'm going to do JavaScript for everybody with Lit Element, and I think I'm going to use a thing called Dino. So I may use JavaScript in the back end, and I don't like Node.js. I don't like Express.js. I find them all wretched. And so I think that I'm going to be playing in the next few months with Dino on the back end and Lit on the front end, and call that course, which to me is the future of what JavaScript is going to look like. So that's why we're not going to do computer architecture for everybody. So let's see where I'm at. Get status here. I think I'm done with this. I think this is pretty cool. Let me review what I did, right? So if we're in framework, ls-l, what I was trying to do was emulate what Django looks like. So I built a urls.py that's going to contain the router stuff. Views.py is going to be the rendering. And mini Django is the code that's inside Django, but I made it as small as I possibly could. So if we look at runserver.py, so it kind of is like the manage.py. Let's go into some Django. Where am I? How can I be in a folder called Django, Django, Django? Oh, that must be me checking Django out. That's the Django code itself. CD, Django projects. My site. This is for those people in Django for everybody or in my 364 or 664 class. This is my site. And if I look at, let's go into hello.py. Well, if you look at manage.py.
Jonathan Fisher.
If you look at manage.py, this kind of stuff is what starts up the server and loads up all that other stuff. Okay, and so the idea is that if I go into a app, there is a file called urls.py, and it is the routing. And so if I take a look at urls.py and my little guy, that's what it does. It's the routing, but it imports views. And if you look at urls.py, it imports. Wait a sec, I'm in the wrong one. If I look at urls.py, it imports views and then routes. This is a little different. I use if then else to do with routing. Then it routes into views. And so I'm not using Django, but this notion that there's a function that takes a request. If you look in views.py in my little thing, I got a bunch of functions. And then if you look at the framework, it basically starts a socket, listens on the socket, takes a request, parses it, creates an empty response object, and then calls the URL router with the request and response. And then when the response comes back, it sends the response to the client socket. So that's the request response cycle. So parse request just tears apart the request. And again, that's just taking the headers apart and all that, turning into key value pairs. Response send is sending the headers back and sending the body back. And that's pretty much the whole thing. So I've been going for 2 hours and 5 minutes. And so I think that I am going to take my leave. Thank you. Thanks everybody for showing up. This is my first experiment. I got 157 viewers in the future. I probably will do, I'm using a thing called Restream, so I can stream on YouTube and Twitch and LinkedIn and Twitter. But if it goes further, if you want to really know what's going on, you can follow me as CC Furry on Twitch. And if I get serious with Twitch, the Twitch folks are I'm supposed to mostly talk to Twitch people interactively. So I'm going to play with this. If you're in my courses, thanks for being in my courses. You'll soon see an announcement of a live event. My next live event is going to be about, it's going to be before the first day of class, which is a week and a half from now. The next topic I'm going to talk about live is the impact of AI on students and on how I teach. And so if you're familiar with what I do in my courses, when I do a live kind of office hours, I talk for like 25 to 45 minutes, and then we just interactively chit chat at the end of it. So that's it. So I'm going to sign off and say thanks for listening, and thanks for making my very first stream successful with 160 viewers. Cheers.